Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Still with you and our special edition and our coverage of the 2025 parliamentary elections that have just kicked off inside Egypt and will be held over 2 phases spread out across the governorates of the country. I'm very much delighted to be joined this morning in the studio by my renowned guest, Dr. Mohamed Talaat, attorney at law and political organizations and foreign affairs expert. Dr. Mohamed, a very good morning to you, sir.
Good morning.
Dr. Mohamed, of course, today, just a couple of minutes ago, the polling stations across 14 governorates have opened their doors, ready to receive Egyptian voters to cast their ballots and elect their MPs and members of parliament for 2025. First and foremost, how do you see your expectations? And we were just earlier speaking and you were saying that people have become more aware and more keen to take part in these elections and practice their political rights.
I do expect that the turnout would be significant this time compared to previous times.
Yes.
There is definitely an awareness among the constituency that the parliament plays a pivotal role in the political scene, and it is the authority that enacts the laws and regulations and supervises the government. So and there have been a number of legislations that have been enacted through the previous parliament. Some of them, of course, have been popular among certain stratum of society, yes. Others have not been. So people are aware that electing the appropriate representative on the parliament is something that would yield benefit to them during the term of the parliament.
Indeed.
So there will be a higher turnout definitely in this cycle compared to previous cycles.
Indeed. Dr. Mohamed, tell me a bit about the demographics. So often we see the elderly wanting to take part and go cast their ballots. Also we see youth interested in practicing their political right of voting, as well as women. Women have become quite active in the political scene over the last few years. Tell me a bit about your expectations with regards to demographics of the voters.
Well, it's good that you mentioned women, because yes. I see that women are playing now a much active role compared to what they were before.
Yes.
Actually, ever since this era started, there is 2013 onwards, women are the ones that led it.
Yes.
So they are playing definitely a higher role compared to what they were. Now, as to youth, I can see from at least my children yes. and relatives and so forth that there is definitely an awareness and keenness that they have to play a role and they have to participate in this process, which was not the case a number of years ago. For instance, when I was young, I was not active. I can see that the younger generation are definitely active than before. So I expect that they will play a role and they will participate actively.
Absolutely right. Dr. Mohamed, just a couple of days ago, over Friday and Saturday, we witnessed Egyptian expatriates casting their votes, and there was a bit of a turnout, which was larger than expected. Tell me, with regards to Egyptian expats, it's very interesting to see how keen they are to still have their voice heard back home. How do you see this?
One good thing about Egyptians that they never cut off ties with their country.
Yes.
And as we say, whoever drinks from the Nile, then he continues drinking from the Nile. So this is one thing that describes Egyptians compared to other nationalities, or distinct to Egyptians compared to other nationalities, that they continue being related to their own country and attached to their own country. So there has been a turnout, definitely. And also we have to take into account that the process have been easy. The consulates and the embassies have placed certain parameters in order, procedures and formalities in order to enable people to easily participate in the vote and express their political right.
Absolutely.
So this combined with the other has proven to be effective, and the turnout has been significant from the numbers that I have seen and the percentages that I have observed.
Absolutely, Doctor. Now, speaking about the National Elections Authority, they have played a great role in this facilitation to facilitate the participation of Egyptians abroad and, of course, Egyptians at home. Let's shed a bit of light on the role that the National Elections Authority has played with regards to the preparations for these parliamentary elections.
Well, the National Elections Board is the supreme supervisor, and it has placed formalities and procedures in order to enable the constituency to easily vote. So all of this is attributed primarily to the efforts that they have been doing over the last couple of months in order to enable people to easily play a role in this process without any impediments. So definitely we have to express gratitude to the board for whatever efforts that they have expressed in this regard.
Indeed. And this time around we're seeing the use of technology to assist a bit and, as you said, speed up the situation. We're seeing hearing aids for people with hearing impairments. We're seeing the Braille ballot for people with visual impairments. We're seeing wheelchairs available for the elderly with mobility issues, etc. How important do you see, the attention being paid this time around, especially to facilitate, as you said, a smooth procedure of the election?
Well, this is very important because we have to always take into account that there are certain people that need special assistance, and so long as we can extend to them this assistance, they would be willing to participate in the process. And from what I'm seeing, by the way, on the way here in the polls, I have noticed that there are many elderly people who might not be necessarily health-wise fit to do it, yet they're keen and they have gone in order to the ballots. So there is keenness definitely among the different strata of society in this respect.
Indeed. Dr. Mohamed, let's just quickly go to our correspondent, Sarah Saleem, reporting from Giza. Good morning to you, Sarah. Sarah, can you hear us?
Good morning, Angie. Here we are now in the polling station of Mohamed Quraim School, affiliated to Giza Governorate, where the voting process begins on the first day and for the early hours for the parliamentary elections. The parliamentary elections will continue for 2 days, 10th and 11th of November, from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. We have here a calm and order atmosphere too. We are now in the first phase of the parliamentary elections that includes different governorates, as we are here now in El Giza Governorate that includes 12 constituencies, 775 sub-polling stations. It also has 6,634,318 voters. Other governorates in this phase, we also have El Fayoum, El Minya, Asyut, Bani Suef, Sohag, Luxor, Aswan, Alexandria, El Bahira, Marsa Matruh, Qina, and El Wadi Al Jadid. We have always witnessed a presence of voters from elderly people, youth, and women, as the Egyptian women are always keen on the political participation. We have also different preparations from the National Election Authority in terms of providing logistic services and a strong security presence to ensure the safety of the electoral process and to organize the entry of the citizens too. The National Election Authority is also providing all necessary facilities inside the polling stations to ensure a smooth running for the voting process, in addition to the presence of representatives for the candidates, media, local and international organizations, and the consultants too, to follow up the progress of the voting process. The voting process here is being held to select a number of candidates in the individual system, alongside with the lists represented under the party list system. Each voter casts their vote on 2 ballots, one for the individual system and the other for the party list system, placing them on two separate boxes as determined by the National Election Authority. We have also here the citizens divided on 6 sub-polling stations to provide to prevent congestion. We also have a presence of facilities for the elderly and disabled people. There is also adherence to the organizational procedures in terms of social distancing and identity verification too. The National Election Authority also has an online application for the citizens to easy access and to know their polling stations. That's all we have for now, Angie, and we will keep you updated with any new developments here from the polling station of Mohamed School.
Nile TV's correspondent Sarah Saleem reporting live from Giza in front of your polling station. Thank you very much, Sarah, and of course we'll be following up with you throughout the day for further updates on the election process. Dr. Mohamed, we just saw one of our correspondents reporting from a polling station. I can already see queues, which is it's quite early in the day. Some people have already gone to work. How do you see already the attendance as what you've seen?
It is magnificent.
Yes.
Well, one issue that I'd like to point out, this parliament will use the new building at the administrative capital.
The new capital.
It will be the administrative capital. It will be the first parliament that will have its entire term at the new building in the administrative capital, which is significant, of course.
Absolutely. Sarah, our correspondent, spoke about some of the numbers already and some of the procedures in order to facilitate an ease, as you said, and allow voters to go cast their ballots and carry on. This is very important as well as the judicial supervision. Now, this is what really ratifies, the whole election process. How important do you see, of course, the presence of the judiciary as the force that is taking care of this whole process?
The judiciary supervision is a protection to all parties, protection to the constituency and protection to the prospective members of the parliament, also the ones that are running for the parliament. It is a shelter to ensure that the process is being intact in all respects, and there has been no departure from the requirements either of the regulations or the legislations. So it is, as I said, it's a protection and the cushion to all parties. And we, of course, as we know, the Egyptian judges and judicial system is always impartial, so we are confident that the elections will be neutral in all respects.
Indeed.
So definitely they are the ones that are going to provide neutrality for the elections.
Absolutely, Doctor. Now, another issue, of course, is that of civil society and non-governmental organizations and observers and monitors who have access to several of the polling stations. How important is their presence?
They are important, of course, because they are the ones that are being followed by the foreign press and the foreign media, so that they, to the extent that they are being present there and they relay the turnout and the importance of it and the keenness of the people in order to participate in the process, this will relay a good message that the democratic process in Egypt is being carried out and conducted duly and efficiently to the best interests of the country. And it is not, as some of the media trying to portray, that we do not have a democratic process. It is obvious that we have the democratic process and that it is working and that it is efficient. So the fact that these organizations, civil fora and whatnot, are being present is an added value in this process. And as I said, it will relay the message to the foreign media and press.
With regards to the media and the role of the media, how do you see the role of, this is a two-ended question, the mainstream media with regards to providing information and awareness campaigns, etc., as well as social media, which has become another main source, really, of information?
Actually, the social media is the main source now.
All right.
Particularly among the younger generation. To be very frank with you, they don't follow up on the press as they used to, for instance, or our generation used to, so they are following up on the social media. So to the extent, one good thing about the social media is that it is a platform for everybody to express his point of view. Now, whether it is pro or against. So we don't have an issue with that. I mean, this is the process of democracy at the end of the day, that you have to express your point of view, whether you are pro or not. But the fact that the social media is there, of course, raises awareness and represents an impetus to the younger generation to know the importance and the vitality of the democratic process taking place in their own country.
Indeed. Let me move to another topic of women representation. Now, Egyptian women, Doctor, this is very important. They play a very important role, and they have a more percentage this time round in the parliament. How important do you see, the political empowerment that has been given and provided and encouraged for women, and now their roles as members of parliament?
Well, let me start by saying that I'm pro-women being at the parliament, and I am pro-women playing a role in this respect, because there are several legislations that impact women.
Yes.
So they have to extend expertise, experience, and opinion on whatever legislation is being enacted.
Yes.
And as I said, ever since 2013, women have been playing a role in the political scene. So yeah, definitely, of course, and having women in the parliament and having higher representation in the parliament is an added value for the role of the parliament.
Absolutely.
But I hope that they would be focused on it and they would not be distracted by other things in life.
No, I'm sure they will be, Doctor, and I'm going to have to leave it at that. I'd like to thank you very, very much, Dr. Mohamed Talaat, the attorney at law, political organizations and foreign affairs expert. It's been a pleasure to have you with us this morning. Thank you very much, sir, for your time.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Mohamed. Ladies and gentlemen, we take a short break and we'll be back to continue our coverage here on Nile TV International. Do stay tuned.